The Tricktrades trade recap and lesson for Wednesday, October 16th. Took a couple of trades here. First trade on Qs. It didn't work out, but we always have a way to get back green on these trades, and I'm going to explain that. Let me go into that actually first. Let me go into Qs first. So Qs, I did say we would take it long. There's not a lot of distance, and we generally speaking, we need distance. But because we're over support and over moving averages, we have to. As per strategy, you have to take it, even though your gut is telling you it's not going to work. Doesn't matter. You have to take it. That's the rules of strategy. So execute the trade long coming into that level, small. And I specified using very small size, so then you can then add on the wash when it washes out, when it gets through that level. You add on that wash, get out on the retracement for it to retest. Now, it didn't quite come back up and retest the previous close, but that's fine. There was another resistance level there, the 9 EMA. So it bumps its head into the 9 EMA. That's where you have to get out. So enter, add, get out. So locking in a small $812, but very happy with that. Members manage this very well. Quite a few members actually posted their entries, and I was very impressed at how they worked it. Fantastic. Very impressive. So let's go over to SPY now. So SPY, the action was really sticky, and the premium was weird on Qs as well. And that generally tells you that you're in for a little bit of a weird morning, and that's what it was. We just consolidated straight for about a half an hour, 40 minutes before it finally did what it did, and it took off. So on SPY, what we did is because we went long on Qs, and that didn't work, we're going to wait for the short on SPY. And where we would get out on that retracement on Qs, that's where we're going short on SPY. Now, it doesn't look like much, but it's more than enough. As it washes out, it comes back up to retest. I call it a head bump. We enter in on the short, and then as it comes down, and again, it doesn't look like much, but again, it's more than enough. Locking in $1,200 on that trade. And I did say, and I drew this out, and I'm going to show you guys because I actually recorded it while I was driving up to my mountain property here up in the mountains of Costa Rica. I pulled up my charts and I hit record, and I was walking through the trade because what I said, what we need to wait for as an option for a reset trade for a secondary trade plan, because the morning was very stiff. It didn't want to do anything. So now what we want it to do is either blast above the level or below the level and retest. And that's what we did. And I was very specific about what I said, what I was exactly looking for. So members knew exactly what they were looking for on that. As it comes down, this is where I start recording. And I'm going to show you the video here in a second. I'm not going to play it. I don't know how I'm going to release it yet. It might just be to members. If you guys have some comments down below and you're non-members and you want to see it, me walk through that, go ahead and ask, and I will surely put it up somehow, some way on YouTube. So let me know. But I basically walked through the trade, and it's beautiful. Now, I wasn't able to execute that secondary trade, and I absolutely would have. I was pissed off, and you can kind of hear that in that video because it's like, that's what I was waiting for. That's what I wanted. So when you have this slow controlled pullback back into support after it kind of rips through, that's what you want, man. And it was absolutely spectacular. Beautiful pop through. More than green, would have been more than green on the position. So starting into the previous close as per that secondary trade plan, and then adding on confirmation. Now it gave plenty of confirmation, and I even said that that's where I would apply pressure prior to it coming up. Everything that I'm saying in the video I'm going to show you here in a second, everything is said before it happens. And then obviously on this, you can see what it did. Absolutely ripped. So absolutely massive potential on this trade. Very, very nice. Members definitely caught this. This is what we were waiting for. I just happened to be on the road, and I was bombing through the mountains while I'm trying to record this. But very, very cool. With that being said, this is the video. And obviously it's recorded on my cell phone, so it's not like big blowing up or anything, but I do pull over and I start drawing out what's going to happen before it happens. And then there we go. It ended up working exactly the way you see after the fact. So really, really nice on that. If you want to learn how to come trade professional and see these moves before they happen, it's actually quite easy to teach. You just have to know what you're looking for, and you have to be learning from the right trader that's been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this for 11 years professionally and consistently. You can learn a lot, and trying to go it alone, you're going to spin your wheels because you're going to miss out on a lot of key things that took me years to discover. So why wouldn't you give yourself an upper hand and come to tricktrades.com and come kick some ass? So on that note, folks, locking in a decent day, not a huge day, about $2,000 on the day, but for the sticky price action and that secondary trade, if I would have nailed that, beautiful. But I don't like talking shoulda, coulda, wouldas or any of that type of shit. But either way, beautiful day, very happy on the day. And most importantly, I am impressed and very proud of my members and the way that they are managing these trades, because seeing those entries charts, they are beautiful. So have a good one, guys. Have a good evening. Adios.